Paige Kane is going to give us her perspective on this domain. She has spent over 3 decades supporting the digital and business transformation efforts both at Merck, Pfizer, and at other organizations. She was the chapter leader for the human element, people, organization, and culture in a recently published guide and has written extensively on knowledge management. And throughout her career, she has held senior roles with responsibilities for knowledge management and operational excellence. Please join me in welcoming Paige up here for a few comments.
Thank you very much for the invite. I'm actually here to continue the theme of pharmaceuticals. We rely on you incredibly for us to make our medicines. I spent many years in a best-in-class facility in Ireland, which is very interesting that Malcolm and I have met before. But we need all these technologies and processes to make our medicines, right? And whether it's days or minutes, we have patients. Many of our products, we have patients waiting for it, and as much medicines as we can make, we could deliver to patients. So it's incredibly important. I have been the recipient of a gift of an MES system that was dropped into our facility. Everybody patted themselves on the back and was very proud of themselves, and then we couldn't run it when they left, right? So I think this theme of change management and culture is so important because your organizations, you sell us components, you sell us systems, right? You help us, you are integrators. So when I think about it from an industry perspective, we all have a lot of skin in the game here. And I love Rochelle's story because even just when you put your toe into this digital transformation, it's scary, right? I did want to link to Rochelle and change agents. So in the recent publication, we call it Pharma 4.0. We know that everybody's talking about 5, but we've contextualized digital transformation in the language that our people understand, right? And so some would argue that 4.0 is even kind of pushing it a bit, depending on where we are in some facilities. But one of the things about 4.0, we believe in the pharma area, is that people have been the missing component, and including them has been missing for a long time. So one of the things that we have talked about, which actually I hadn't seen the study that Malcolm's organization had brought forth until recently, and it's so amazing that the things that we had put in the chapter for the Pharma 4.0 and people and organizations are reiterated as key findings in the report. So I think you have 3 data points here, and I think the short story is that people are amazing. They will outperform if you can get them all in the same direction. Rochelle talked about the change agents, and I would have to say that in my experience, this is so important because now we have people saying, oh my goodness, we have to have change management. Let's go hire a firm to help us with change management. So they march in all the Ivy League graduates that have never seen a manufacturing plant before, and they have zero street cred with the customers, right? The intended people of the change. So this idea of the change agents is so important because that common language, I think, is a real key to success. So, I think, you have both talked about it. Find those people that want to be a part of the change. I think somebody this morning said they offered volunteers, like who wants to help learn AI, who wants to learn this, and people actually put their hands up. So if you can create these environments where people can learn, I think that's a great way to start with change management. Do you need a consultant? Maybe you do, but don't put them on the floor, right? Put them in that strategy role. So with that, I just wanted to make the connection that the ISPE is the International Society of Pharmaceutical Engineering. I've been volunteering with them for over 25 years, helping write and guidance documents on automation controls, validation, those types of things. So I have a big heart for what everyone does here, and I'm very glad that you're helping us. You're helping us with the digital transformation, and I think we will then open it up for discussion. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, super.
So I, for one, think this has been a fascinating discussion, and I've got a whole list of questions myself. But let's get started with questions from the audience. Do we have any questions? Okay, then. Oh. No, we need the mic.